All right, so now we're looking at Shiba Inu, but before we look into Shiba Inu, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, make sure to follow us on Twitter. You can follow me, Ali Martinez, right? You can follow me at Ali_charts, or you can follow, and you can follow also Akash, right? How do you pronounce this again, Akash?
Yeah, it's Mangeko with a zero in the end.
Yeah, or you can exactly follow Akash and Mangeko with a zero at the end. For some of his technical analysis, he's always trying to update you with, his next trade as well in there. So now that we can dive into Shiba Inu, Shiba Inu, at least for me, the way I see the price action of over the past few months, right, it does appear that Shiba Inu is basically consolidating with this type of parallel channel right here, right? So every time it drops down towards the lower boundary of this channel, it kind of like rebounds toward the upper boundary. From that point, it tends to get rejected, goes back down, up, and now down, right? Can we expect a similar price action from the previous months? Probably, we could expect now Shiba Inu to basically rebound from the lower boundary of this parallel channel towards the upper boundary at around basically 90, 90 points. So, but of course, right, if we get any signs of weakness, right, and we see Shiba Inu break through the support that the setup trend line is showing right here with these green dots, and basically it dies below 62, I do believe that Shiba Inu will basically be bound for a 32% corrections towards this 41 level, right? But if it manages to rebound, right, we could potentially see the same price action that we have been seeing over the past few months, right? Which a savvy trader and a one who doesn't like that many risks, right, will basically wait for a daily candlestick close above 90. But those who are a little bit riskier, right, will be basically looking to long at the current price levels, right, for a potential 95% upswing from the support level, right, after it breaks the overhead resistance, right, and it kind of like targets basically 12 points right there, right. So from a risk to reward ratio, it does seem that if you're looking to, if you believe that Shiba Inu has what it needs to basically rebound from this level, you're looking at a potential 10% loss for a 100%, actually at a 86% gain. So from a risk to reward ratio, it definitely seems like a good point to be loading on this coin. But based on what we have been seeing on the market, right, like there are some signs of weakness from an on-chain perspective. I will actually recommend you to just wait for a decisive close above the 90 level right here that has been acting as resistance for the past few months. But yeah, that's basically it. That's basically my take on Shiba Inu. I don't know if you, Akash, are looking at something different on this.
Yeah, not a lot of difference at what I'm looking. Right. So right, the last time we discussed was somewhere around here, 26th August, 27th August. Expected Shiba, like, since Shiba couldn't hold above the 811 level here, it was like no-brainer that Shiba is gonna breach between these two levels and come over to the 624 and 654 support level here, right? And like I've been mentioning it for the past few days over here and over here, is that every time Shiba comes down to this level, you see a massive price a bullish spike, which goes into this zone here, high probability reversal zone, and it reverses, comes back down, does this, reverses. And the last time Shiba approximately consolidated here for roughly 2 weeks, you saw a massive price upswing, but it didn't actually hit the 70.5 fib level here, only the 62 fib. And I was expecting it to do something like this over here, but unfortunately, the bullish momentum couldn't be sustained, and now it's like bleeding. And over here, and as you can see on July 29th, it actually tested both of these levels, but closed above the 6727 level. Now it's currently over here, and as you can see here, I think it's going to consolidate here before it actually moves higher. For me, I'm looking at a decisive close above this 70.5 fib around the 101 level, and then a retest of the 112 level here, uh, which is right. If so, from here it is roughly a 70% upswing, 72% upswing for Shiba Inu, and I believe this is going to happen pretty soon. At least as long as Bitcoin doesn't spoil the setup, I think it's good. Shiba is good to go. The meme coins like Shiba, Doge usually take their sweet time, and they generally tend to pop off at the end of the hype cycle. So yeah, you just have to be patient with meme coins, right? So that's what I think.
All right. Yes, it looks great. So so yeah, I mean, it does seem like we're looking at something similar, right? A potential rebound from that support level in there that has been basically, I mean, preventing Shiba Inu from basically lower lows since mid-May. Now something similar could happen, right? Shiba Inu could go down to that 62 level, consolidate in there for a little while before it basically rises towards the upper head resistance, right, which currently sits at around 95. A break of 95 could potentially send Shiba Inu towards 120. But yeah, I mean, for Shiba Inu, the hype that we saw at the beginning of the year has basically, kind of like that FOMO that we saw at the beginning of the year has basically died down. So now it is important to just wait and see what it actually does, because yeah, I mean, if there is less interest in this coin, which is basically just a meme coin, um, you know, there is no way that it's just gonna, rise again, right? Since most of the bullish momentum that we have seen was basically drawn by speculators. So yeah, if you like this thing, make sure to subscribe and also follow us on our Twitter accounts. If you wanna keep an eye of everything that we have to offer.